Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as. Hello, bonjour and bonani. Welcome to Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. It is so significant to have a positive mindset, more especially under these circumstances. So this network has the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. My name is Dr. Riel Nkunene, and I'm going to be your host for today. So if you're watching us online, please feel free to put in the chat box where you're watching us from and what you hope to achieve from our podcast. Today, we are surrounded by greatness in the World Wide Web. We have amazing speakers who's going to share some nuggets on mentorship and coaching. Mentorship and coaching. So in Los Angeles, we have Verlaine Crawford. In Mississippi, we have Tiffany D. Bell. And in India, we have Dr. Anjum Kuresh. So at this moment, I'll just let our speakers to introduce themselves. So you can go ahead, Verlaine. You're muted. You're still muted. Unmute yourself.
Mute.
There you go.
There I am. I'm sorry. Hello, I am Verlaine Crawford, and I am happy to be here today. I live in California, and I am a coach, an intuitive coach, I like to say, and a speaker and an author of 4 books. And I have a lot that I have enjoyed over my life, including traveling around the world and teaching people about personal growth and development.
Wow, it's such a great honor to have you, Verlaine, and I'm looking forward to hear more of your message.
Thank you.
You can go ahead, Tiffany, and introduce yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Again, my name is Tiffany Bell, and I am coming out from Gulfport, Mississippi this morning. I'm a nonprofit a nonprofit coach and consultant. So basically, I help nonprofits to grow. I love being able to connect with entrepreneurs and individuals that have a heart and a passion for some type of mission, some type of need that they see that needs to be taken care of. And so I've worked several years just helping individuals, help them meet the need that they see in their community. I also help to coach female entrepreneurs leaders, getting them off their feet in regard to their marketing efforts. I work full-time for a community foundation, again, located here in Gulfport. It's a nonprofit. I'm their marketing director, so very passionate about helping people to craft their message around their mission, so that, again, they can help not only meet the need, but also be able to connect with individuals who are also passionate about that same area of study, the same area of the mission, the focus of that nonprofit. So thank you so much, ma'am, for having me here this morning.
Oh, wow. It's such a great honor to have you, Tiffany. And I'm really, really looking forward to hear more of your message. And thank you for saying yes to be here today. You can go ahead, Dr. Qureshi, and introduce yourself, please. I can't hear you. We can't hear you. No, we can't hear you. We still can't hear you. You know what, we will go ahead to the next step. Try and fix your sound, Dr. Qureshi, and then we'll come back to you. So I have a question for you, Verlaine. I have a question for you. If you happen to have your own billboard, I can see your billboard coming down there in the busy highway in LA. What will your billboard say?
It would say, let go of the past, spread kindness, love, and peace.
Wow, spread kindness and peace. I believe the world needs more kindness than anything else these days, more especially in this pandemic. It needs kindness, because kindness, kindness changes everything. Wow, I love it. I love it. How about you, Tiffany? What will your billboard say? Maybe your billboard is already down there in Mississippi. I don't know. What will your billboard say?
So, I thought for a long time on this question, and I thought of all kinds of things that I can say. But I think at the end of the day, I landed on where my values are. I'm a Christian, so almost everything kind of flows through that. And I think that as Christians that we're called, first of all, to love him, right? And then I think secondly, I think we're to love ourselves, and based on loving ourselves, we're able to love and care for our neighbors. So it would say, love God, love self, love people.
Wow, love God, love self, love people, because you know what? It's always God first. Like I'm a firm believer of Jesus Christ, so I always put my God first, and then my neighbor, and then myself. Wow, I love it. I love it. I believe Dr. Qureshi will be able to speak now. Oh, she's still okay. She's still struggling. Anyways, we're gonna keep going. I believe my billboard will be like the fourth billboard driving down the highway, and it's gonna say what? It's gonna say the sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So we are all called to rise to greater heights, and it's definitely coming. So we're gonna get going. We're gonna get started with okay, let me try and admit her again. She's trying to join. I don't know what's happening on her end. My apology for the inconvenience. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started with Verlaine Crawford. Verlaine Crawford is an intuitive coach, author of 4 books, inspirational speaker, and the CEO of High Castle Publishing. During the 1990s, she accepted an invitation to teach personal growth in Japan, Hong Kong, Australia, France, Italy, Bali, and across the US. Wow, she's so global. So during her career, Verlaine served as the first woman executive of 2 high-tech companies in Silicon Valley. She was VP marketing for various businesses, including hospitality, healthcare, retail, art, architecture, and Fortune 500 companies. She recently received a Global Society of Women Entrepreneurs Award for Global Leader Role Model. And in this coming June, she will be receiving her honorary humanitarian doctorate degree from Global International Alliance University. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Verlaine Crawford.
Thank you. Thank you. So am I speaking clearly?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, good. Well, thank you so much. It's been a fascinating life so far. And I'd like to say good day to everyone. And I'm delighted to be speaking with you today. I would like to begin by saying that I honor your choice of profession. You can be certain that coaching and mentoring provide a much needed service in this time of rapid change. Your capability to guide and support people on their journey is truly worthy of your time and energy. In the process of opening your client's mind to their talents and abilities, you provide the encouragement to pursue goals and complete projects. And it is very important that you raise your own energy and happiness quotient to maintain an even balance in your life. The first step to lifting your own energy and living in balance is to let go of the past. What you have learned will help you in the future. Yet too often, we continue to dwell on past events rather than moving forward. Everything that has happened before this moment is just a story. It is a memory to which you have added positive or negative meaning. Whether events of the past were great or sad, exciting or painful, you have the choice to forgive and let go of the emotional burdens you have created and carried. Freeing your spirit of excess baggage will allow you to become clear and responsive to your intuition and inner guidance, which I consider extremely important. The second step to raise your energy and happiness quotient is to spread kindness. How do you define kindness? It is the quality of being friendly, generous, and considerate. It is offering a smile to everyone you meet. And before you speak, check to see that what you are about to say are the words that fit 3 criteria. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? It may be true. You might think it is necessary, but very often what people say is not kind. Therefore, if any of the 3 is missing, do not make your statement. The third step to living a happy life is to spread love. Love is the glue of the universe. It is the creative force that forms all things. The answer to every question is love. Therefore, think and speak from your heart. Offer your healing light in the form of love in the highest order, which we call God. God is love, and love is God. The fourth step to being the finest coach, mentor, friend, and companion is to live in and spread peace. Peace is freedom from disturbance and existing in tranquility. It is quieting your mind and opening your heart. When your mind is at peace, all things are possible. The greatest tool to achieve peace is meditation, relaxing the mind as you allow yourself to be free of worry and pressure. The second tool is creativity. When you indulge in the arts and hobbies such as painting, sculpting, making pottery, baking, gardening, singing, or dancing, you connect with spirit and the mind releases its hold on you. You are free to soar to the heavens and feel the warmth of the sun. I would like to take this moment to lead you through a quick visualization that you can do at any time and place to quiet your mind. Imagine that you are sitting in a warm spa with a sandy bottom. You feel the comfort of the warmth and the tranquility of the garden surrounding you. As you begin to relax, you notice that there are many thoughts going through your mind. Visualize dropping those thoughts into the pool like a pebble. And you see them floating down gently until they land in the sand at your feet. Some of the thoughts start to drift up again, like bubbles into your mind. Drop them again, drop the pebble, and let it go down into the pool and rest in the sand. Relax as your mind finally is free of noise and you feel at peace. Now take a deep breath and be aware of your surroundings. Remember, for you to grow and expand and enjoy greater awareness, let go of the past and spread kindness, love, and peace. I am available as an intuitive coach and a mentor. You can help, and what I do is I help you reach new levels of understanding and greater awareness. Learn more at Creative Life Adventures, which is my new blog. And if you have questions or would like to schedule a private session with me, you can do so by writing me an email at verlainecrawford@gmail.com. Thank you. And I'm so happy to be here.
Oh wow. Oh wow, Verlaine, you've mentioned that we should let go of the past. If you just want to live a happy, fulfilling life, let go of the past. The past is already in the past. We are no longer prisoners of our past, but we are pioneers of our own future. You've also mentioned that during these times, we'll have to spread kindness, spread love in order for us to live that happy life, and also include peace in everything, in everything that you do. Wow, wow, what a profound message. Thank you so much, Verlaine, for sharing such a profound, much needed message.
Thank you.
Thank you. So we're gonna move to the next speaker, Tiffany D. Bell. Tiffany Bell is a nonprofit consultant, coach, author, and a speaker. Tiffany is not only the founder of Nonprofits CEO, she's also the co-director of Success Women's Conference, but she's also the founder of Uncommon Courage, which is a platform created to inspire and equip women to find, embrace, and connect with their unique voice and purpose with confidence. So, kings and queens, please join me and welcome Tiffany Bell.
Thank you again. I am so, again, very honored to have the opportunity to be able to speak and to be able to share. Thank you very much for the invitation this morning. Okay, so I want to talk around coaching and mentoring from the perspective of an individual who's actually looking for a coach, or if you're looking for someone to mentor you, and kind of, knowing exactly how to go about that, how to select the right person. I had a conversation earlier this week with someone who was looking for a coach for nonprofit wise, right? So again, I help individuals that either have a nonprofit and they're struggling moving forward, or I coach individuals that would like to start a nonprofit and they just don't know, how to actually get it going. Where do they start? So, so anyway, I speak to a variety of different people who, some of them have been in the game for 2 days and some of them have been in the game for 20 years. But, along the way, we all kind of get stuck at some point or another, and you need someone who can offer you fresh perspective, right? That can help you again, cross, just kind of cross some of the areas, cross over in the areas that you feel as if you need some motivation or you need instruction. You need to be better equipped to deal with those issues. But what I find a lot of times when I connect with people is that they say, hey, I started off with such and such, and they just didn't finish. They just disappeared. And so, and I totally do not understand how or why that happens. And if I don't hear that story, then I'll hear that basically they've made a deposit towards working with someone, it's in a paid sector, right? And then the person just doesn't deliver. So I think that's something that's really important whenever you're selecting someone to mentor you or to coach you, whether it is by way, whether it's no cost at all to you or whether or not it is, a paid relationship. I think it's really important that you pick the right person, right? And so I want to kind of talk around that to begin with. So I think the first thing, and just knowing whether or not you, when you're starting out and you're like, hey, I think I need a coach, I think I need a mentor to help me, it's just knowing, being really clear on what your needs are. If you're not clear on what your needs are, right, the coach or consultant that you're connecting with they may or may not be able to deliver the end result that you want because there's a lack of clarity even as to what that need is on the front end. So, being very, very clear on what your needs are, and then being able to articulate that to the person that you're reaching out to that you'd like to have work with you, right? Secondarily is, it's all in the approach, right? So again, I mentioned, there's individuals that are interested that want a mentor, right? And when I think mentors, there's no cost, right? There's no financial investment, right? But I do think that in general, there has to be some type of investment. And again, that investment may not be a financial investment. The investment a lot of times could be the time itself. It is your willingness to invest the time, because that person has to take time out of their schedule in order to connect with you and make sure that, again, that you're working towards whatever that end goal is. So just making sure that whenever you've determined your need, you're able to articulate that. There needs to be a commitment to putting the time in to actually follow through. If you sign up, I believe that you should show up, right? And again, I know that life happens and, not all things can move the way that you'd like for them to move. Again, this morning on my way into work, I got caught by a bridge. Normally a bridge is like 10 minutes. I was there for a good 45 minutes. So again, life happens, but my commitment is that I was going to come into work. And so I made it into work. I just let them know, hey, I'm not going to be there on time this morning because again, I'm trapped on the side of the road waiting for a bridge to be repaired so that we can, make it into the office. But again, it's the commitment to the follow through. So you start this path, you start out on the path with your coach or your mentor, be committed to follow up, right? And then, as I mentioned earlier, it is making sure that you find the right person. Not all of us, not everyone is not made for everybody, right? We all know, we have family members, you have friends, growing up in school. I'm sure there's some people that you just had an instant connection to, right? And then there are others that, just kind of rub you the wrong way, right? And so want to make sure that on the front end, as when you're selecting someone, that it's someone that you connect well with. And when you're connecting with that individual, some of the things that I look for is that I need to know that coach, that mentor, that they really are looking out for my best interest. Like they want to be there, right? And they understand that my success really equals their success, right? And as a mentee, I also understand that their success equals my success. And so I'm going to do everything I can, again, to work in unison, to work in harmony with my coach, with my mentor. A coach typically is going to, they're going to lift you up. They're going to encourage you, but there may be some times when they just need to have some really direct and hard conversations with me that you may or may not welcome. Again, I was having a conversation with another mentee of mine here recently, and I had to say some things that were outside of my comfort zone, mind you, but there were things that needed to be said because in my not addressing some of those hard things, having those difficult conversations, I am not doing my mentee any good. The goal, again, is that I would want her to grow. And if I don't have those hard conversations with her, then, she's going to be stuck. Like the whole point, again, and connecting this so that I can take her from point A to point B. Right. And I really do believe that even in the role of a mentor, mentee, a coach, consultant, wherever you're at in that spectrum, I think that we grow as you grow. Our goal is to pour into you, but, I think most times that through that process, there's growth that's happening on both sides. So for me, again, just recently with that conversation I mentioned earlier, I'm having to have a conversation that I prefer not to have. However, the more I have difficult conversations, the easier it will be for me to be able to actually have those conversations in the future. So again, connecting with the right person that mentor is going to have the right approach when it comes to having those hard conversations. They're not going to beat you down. And if you leave the conversation feeling as if you have been, talked down to, or, looked at in a way that does not equip you or empower you to be able to grow through the issue that you all are dealing with, you more than likely probably just have the wrong mentor, and that it's okay to end that relationship and start again. But always pause and ask yourself the right questions, like, okay, am I being abrasive? Am I being closed-minded? Am I actually open to the criticism? Because again, you've actually invited them to come in and to help mentor you and help you move forward. And so there has to be a give and take with that. I also think that, when it comes to evaluating, how well you guys fit together, don't jump into the relationship very quickly. Take your time. Listen to the small things that they say. Watch how they interact, if necessary, with other individuals. Do your research is basically what I want to say. Make sure that you do your research. And again, as I mentioned earlier, you want to be committed to the relationship. If you sign up, you want to show up. And the same thing for them. They sign up, you want to make sure that they should show up. One more quick comment, and then I'm gonna close things down. And this is referencing another conversation that I had earlier this week, again, where the coach started off working with this individual, and then they did not follow through. They did not, give the deliverables. I think it's important, especially when there's a monetary exchange, that you make sure you get a contract, and be sure to keep a paper trail, because at the end of the day, those are all things that you can do to back up that you've kept your end of the bargain. And it's also a way to ensure that they are also going to keep their end of the bargain as well. So I believe that it's definitely very healthy to have mentors, very healthy to have coaches, very healthy to have consultants, because again, they offer a perspective, they offer, a life experience, they offer just a different viewpoint on, whatever the thing is that you're having to go through. None of us have arrived, as far as being experts, so we can carry that expert title. None of us are perfect in our expertise, right? And so there's that give and take even through that. They're typically a few steps in front of you, yes, but not necessarily perfect. And so again, there's growth that happens on both sides. So when it comes to selecting a coach, selecting a mentor, those are just a few things that I would want to say that you keep in mind, as you enter into that relationship. So with that, again, Tiffany Bell, if there's anybody out there that would like to connect with me, I can be found on Facebook, Tiffany D. Bell, or my consulting practice is Nonprofit CEO. Again, Nonprofit CEO. I work with nonprofit CEOs, founders, board members, committee members, anyone within that nonprofit range that has some type of leadership role, and you're looking to get help, whether it's with your fundraising for development, volunteer management program, your community outreach, just whatever those things are. I've worked in the nonprofit field in and out for 25 years, and I serve on a number of boards, both local and international. So I'd love to have an opportunity to work with anyone out there. Again, Tiffany D. Bell, and thank you so much for the opportunity to share.
Oh, wow, Tiffany. You've mentioned that we should invest in coaching, invest our time in coaching, even if it's not money, but invest your time and try to engage your coach, engage your mentor, and make sure that they've gained clarity about your needs in order for them to serve you. Because coaches and mentors, they are your accountability partners. You can have hard conversations with them, like you've mentioned that you once had that hard conversation with your mentee. That's what we need from mentorship. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for sharing such a profound, much needed message. Thank you. So now from Mississippi, we are flying to India, where we have Dr. Anjum Qureshi. Dr. Anjum Qureshi is an assistant professor with the Department of Electronics and Communication at Rajiv Gandhi College of Engineering Research and Technology. She is okay. She is Chandrapur, freelance trainer, motivational speaker, certified life coach, certified meditation trainer, global speaker, as well as a global teacher. She has completed her PhD in electronics and communication engineering from Kalinga University in Raipur. And her research interest covers cloud computing and artificial intelligence. So Dr. Qureshi have published 7 articles in her field and have received many, many awards. Just to mention a few, in 2020, she received an award as the top 50 influential researchers in India higher education. She also received the top 20 expert faculties in the branch of electrical, electronics, and instrumentation engineering 2020 with ULEX Wall of Fame. So Dr. Qureshi was an evaluator for grand final of Toycathon 2021, organized by the Ministry of Education's Innovation Cell with the government of India. And her profile has been published as Woman of the Week in 2021 and 2022 by Hear My Voice Network. So kings and queens, please join me and welcome Dr. Anjum Qureshi.
Yeah, thank you, Naj. Now I'm audible, I hope.
Yes, loud and clear now.
I think I had some network issues on my side. So first of all, ma'am, thank you for the lovely introduction and thank you for this wonderful opportunity to join with all of you, so wonderful people through this platform. Well, I would like to just like we were all discussing about mentoring and coaching. So I would like to just speak something about leadership. Because if you see, just a definition that the dictionary gives us about leadership, it is said that it is the action of leading a group of people on an organization. But most of the people think that leadership is just, like if you are in a very great position, like in a leadership position, it is said that if you're a principal of a college or you're a boss of some office or you're in charge of a department, it is said that you are a leader and you need a leadership quality, but it is not that. Every one of us needs leadership quality. Because, and many people think that being a leader means you're going to lead. Of course, you're going to lead, but they just feel that they will be just passing on orders. They will be speaking something and they want people to follow them. But this is not what actual leadership is. Leadership, it is like a quality of skill which involves so many different skills, so many different qualities that have to be cultivated by a person. Now, a leader is one who motivates others to achieve something new and better. And according to that, then success is the achievement of the team. And sometimes the people who are at the leadership positions, they also fail to become leaders. They just want to instruct everyone. They feel that everyone should listen and no one should question. Well, and just three, like how to develop leadership qualities, how to be good leaders. Sometimes the people just think about it. Like I am a professor in engineering college, so everywhere, I'm just a professor and not the HOD or the in charge. But still, leadership is something which I require nearly every day to be in this profession, to communicate properly with my students, and to let my message reach each and every student, and not only student. In fact, I want my message to reach to the whole world. Now, the fourth thing which I would like to speak of leadership is, which I believe is a good reader is always a leader. Now, how does reader? Reader here means like you can be reading everything, anything, not only books. Well, of course, you must be reading a lot of books because books are the greatest source of knowledge. They are your good friends. In fact, they're your best friends. And you get a lot of knowledge from your books. And you can be reading from anywhere. You can be reading magazines. You can be getting your information from the news channels, from TV, anything. You have a lot of sources for getting information. But you should read. Now, how a reader becomes a leader. So that I would like to tell, like when you're getting an information. So firstly, there you start with your critical thinking capability. That the information that you're getting, where is it coming from? Because we know that we are living in the world of online media, the social media, and everything so much is circulated within seconds online. So when an information comes to us, we should be using our thinking capabilities to know that whether this information is authentic, whether you should be using it or not. Because it is happening that many people, without thinking a second, they just forward the information without thinking. And lots of problems are being created due to that. So here we need to think. We need to think where this information has come from, what is the source for it, whether it is going to benefit if I transfer it, or if I forward it to anyone, it is going to benefit anyone, at least a person in this world, or it is going to create some kind of problem. So when you read, of course, you are getting a knowledge, but you are also using your thinking capabilities so that you're going to benefit the whole world. And when we talk about leaders, yes, there are many other qualities that I said. Because leadership is the ability of an individual or a group of individuals to influence and guide and the other members, your colleagues, the members of your organization. And it sometimes, it involves making some sound and some difficult decisions also, creating and articulating a clear vision, yeah, establishing and achieving goals, and providing followers with the knowledge and tools that are necessary to achieve their goals. Now, we can see that leaders are found and they are required in all the aspects of the society. In fact, every one of us should inculcate leadership qualities in us. And whether you're from business, whether you're from politics or any community-based organization, we need to be a leader. We need effective leadership qualities. Because effective leader, when we say he must be having the following characteristics, like something like self-confidence. That is the first thing that requires. It requires a lot. Then strong communication skills and management skills. He should be creative. He should be having innovative thinking and many more. Yes, of course, confidence. If we are not confident, we cannot reach out to the world. We cannot be communicating with them. We cannot let our message reach others. If we are confident, whatever we say, just like we want when we are working in a team, when we are working in a collaboration, when we are confident, our message will reach. And yes, of course, the communication skills plays a greater role. Because communication, yes, it is of the different types, being on a, like whenever you work, what kind of work you may be doing. Everywhere we need to communicate. We can be communicating orally, we can be communicating nowadays, like we are having virtual communication, we are communicating with each other, or you can be that can be written communication and visual communication, any kind of communication can be there. That you have to be good communicators also. And of course the management skills. So here when we call the management skills, it is not only like only managing the people, but we have to manage a lot of other things. We need to manage our stress, we need to manage our time. So yes, we need management skills, a very lot. And yes, of course, creative thinking. Sometimes creative, it is not like, just painting or doing dancing or doing some kind of art. But creative thinking we need because, we still make good decisions, in fact. And we use it can be used to find some new and novel ways to present our idea. So this is where creative thinking will work. And of course, we need innovative thinking. Innovative, where we are thinking out of the box, where will be making, like lots of innovations, just finding out new things and what already it is existing. It is existing somewhere, but we have to find something novel into it, and we have to do. So, and of course, when we are into a leadership position, We shouldn't be having a space of failure, and we should be willing to take risks. We should be open to the changes, and of course, we should be able to have reactiveness in the time of life. We should be able to handle each and every situation that is in front of us. And I must say that yes, leadership is required by everyone, especially for the people in the institutions where the people setting up the leadership positions, if they understand what leadership is and what qualities they must be having as a leadership, as being a leader of an organization, that organization will surely will flourish. Otherwise, if they are just surrounded by their own leaders, I think it won't be possible. And so when we talk about leadership, I think the best example which I have is like my Chudi, who always says success is yours and failure is mine. Like he is always there whenever we do something good, he will always say, yes, this madam has done or this sir has done. But whenever we are caught in some kind of mistake, he will be there to protect. And that is, I think, is the greatest leadership qualities which I have seen till now. So this was in short about what I wanted to say about leadership. Well, and yes, the people who are watching me, yeah, I am, as ma'am has already introduced me, I am a professor at an engineering college, and my area of interest are, of course, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, cloud computing. But I have a great passion for public speaking, and therefore I have been conducting so many webinars. And in fact, I am a public speaker, and you can always reach my. I have a profile on your and also my college ID. You can reach to me from my college website. Just type my name, Dr. Anjum Nazir Qureshi, and my profile will be there. My contact details will be there. So you can be contacting me. And I have been also I've just recently started with the online classes with the communication skills. So anyone can just reach me out to. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Oh wow, Dr. Kuresh, you've mentioned that leadership, actually effective leadership, it affects everyone in any organization. It doesn't matter if you are working for the artificial intelligence company or you are just a public speaker. Leadership is key. And you've mentioned that leadership goes with innovative thinking. Without innovative thinking, your leadership cannot go far. Wow, what a profound message. And I believe our audience, I can see the engagement on our audience. Really, they've been really inspired. They've been really motivated. So thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Kuresh. And I forgot to ask you about your billboard question. I remember you had some technical issues in the beginning. What will your billboard say if you happen to have your own billboard? Oh, you're muted.
Yeah, can you repeat it now?
What will your billboard say if you happen to have your own billboard? Maybe I can see your billboard just coming down there in the busy highway in India. What will your billboard say?
Sorry, ma'am. You can go further. I think I'm having some issues. I'm not able to hear you.
You know what? No worries at all. But thank you so much for such a profound, much needed message. And to our audience online, I can see our audience watching. Please feel free, if you happen to have any questions for Belaine, just drop your questions in the chat box. We're going to attend to your questions. If you happen to have any questions for Tiffany, we'll attend to your questions. And if you happen to have any questions for Dr. Kuresh, just drop them and we're going to attend to your questions at the end of the podcast. I can see Mariah is saying, let go of the past. I believe she was referring to Belaine's message. And I can also see Stella, she's watching, Annalie watching, Benoit watching, Princess watching. And Princess is saying leadership is key. And of course, leadership is key. And Sarah Van Skalbeck is also watching. Welcome to our audience. I believe with all these amazing messages that you've shared on this platform, really our audience have been really inspired, and they're gonna take actions and they're gonna invest in mentorship and coaching, because this is the beginning of 2023. Really, we want to see progress. We want to see movement on our mentees, on our clients, so they should invest on this. So thank you so much, Dr. Kuresh. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. What I'm gonna do next, I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna be the next speaker. It's not gonna be a show without me showing up. So I'm gonna be the next and final speaker. Before you share how the audience can reach out to you, your books, your upcoming events, I'm gonna be the next and final speaker. So I'm gonna share my bio, and then what I will do, I'll come back and speak. So please enjoy.
I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. Really, my goal as a mentor or as a coach is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to pursue success and drive sustainability.
I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights.
Dr. Nampumalelo Rial Kunene is an international human rights policy analyst who consults on policies and procedures related to human rights compliance. She is a highly sought-after, energetic, certified Lace Brown international speaker. This passionate leader holds a PhD with a discipline in leadership and business. Dr. Rial N. Kunene is the author and host to Rise to Greater Heights, a book and YouTube channel to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. She is also a coach, mentor, and an MC, well known for encouraging many to rise from mediocrity into greatness. Her vision is not only to motivate, but also to empower audiences with a fresh perspective inspiration they require to pursue success and drive sustainable outcomes. In a seriously funny way, Dr. Kunene is an award-winning author, 10 times #1 Amazon and international best-selling author. Her #1 best-selling book, Rise to Greater Heights, has inspired and empowered many to pursue their personal and professional passion to become go-getters. As a trainer, diplomacy protocol officer, and strategist, Rial believes that we are in full control of our choices. Her mission is to meet the needs and transform lives of her clients and her audience. She is also a true advocate for creating new policies that uphold human rights and prevent human rights violations. Dr. Kunene's purpose is to teach everyone about human rights and help organizations understand and promote human rights. Her goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs, then design a plan of inspired action to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. This change maker, trailblazer, and revolutionary is pushing boundaries and creating a real change worldwide. Like a phoenix that never accepted defeat and rose from its own ashes, she wants to challenge you to unleash your greatness and rise to greater heights. Dr. Rial N. Kunene wears many hats. As a professional certified sales manager, CEO, certified travel counselor, publisher, medical esthetician, philanthropist, and a commissioner for oaths, following her dreams gave her purpose to see her goals through and understand that she does have everything she needs to reach her full potential. Her everyday message is that your journey to be a better person starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core will make you understand that you are the only one who can accomplish your dreams. Hebrews 11, Psalms 27 and 40 keeps her to rise to greater heights. The sky is no longer the limit, but now the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Kings and queens, please join me. Welcome, Dr. Rial N. Kunene.
Oh, wow. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. You know, you've set the bar high. I was just listening to your messages. I'm gonna go back and watch the replay, honestly. You've shared so many nuggets on why someone needs a mentor to be mentored, or someone needs coaching. Really, Verlaine, she mentioned that we'll have to let go of the past in order for us to live a happy life. And then Tiffany on the other side, she was like, you know what, it's high time you invest in coaching. If you don't invest your time, if you don't have this accountability partner, you can't go any further in life. You need someone who will hold you accountable for your own actions. And Dr. Anjum Qureshi, she also shared more nuggets on leadership. She mentioned that leadership goes with innovative thinking. Without innovative thinking, really, you cannot go far in your leadership. And as a coach, as a mentor, you need to be an innovative thinker. Wow. So I'm like, what else is left for me like to share on mentorship and coaching? Because all these amazing speakers really have shared all the nuggets that our audience really want to hear. But anyways, I'm going to shed light on my line of mentorship and coaching as well. So get ready to take as much notes as you need. Or, you know, if you're watching the live, just drop Rise to Greater Heights. And if you're going to catch the replay, please feel free to drop Rise to Greater Heights too again, because coaching or mentorship is designed to support you to feel aligned and to achieve your desired results at the end of the day. And businesses can completely be transformed with the right coaching and mentorship strategies. Hence, the implementation of coaching and mentorship in the workplace becomes an excellent contribution to the overall development of the individual as well as the organization. So my everyday book always say that give instructions to a wise man, and guess what? He will still be wiser. But teach a just man, and he will increase in learning. I believe that we are all continued learners. We're not born learning, but we've been taught on how we can actually improve ourselves, which is why it's so key to fuel yourself with more knowledge day after day. Fuel yourself with more knowledge, because coaching has been known to boost confidence, to improve work performance, as well as your businesses as well. Coaching and mentorship is really crucial. And mentorship was also another great way to get an employee or the mentee more involved with their work. In case of organizations and companies, coaching and mentorship has become profoundly beneficial to boost the transfer of knowledge from the coach or the mentor to the employee or the mentee. Good people, you really don't have to see the whole staircase in life in order for you to get to the top, but you need to take the first step to get to the top. As my mentor always say, that you don't have to be great to get started, but you'll have to get started to become great in life. You'll have to get started today to become great in life. So my advice for those interested in mentorship is that being mentored is one of the most valuable and effective development opportunities you can ever get out there, because exposure to new ideas and ways of thinking, it can improve your self-confidence. And you may ask me why. I'm glad you've asked that, because mentors or coaches want to see movement in you. They want to see growth in you. So it's a wake-up call, good people. It's a wake-up call, kings and queens, to invest in mentorship and coaching as 2023 begins. Invest in mentorship and coaching. It's a wake-up call. But when that alarm clock goes off, please don't ever hit the snooze button. Don't be like, I will wake up in the next 2 minutes. I will wake up in the next 4 minutes. You know what? Forever is a long time. Why don't you wake up, get going, and invest in mentorship and coaching? I know that you do have a choice in life. You have a choice as to how you want to show up in the world. How do you want to respond to others, and what stories you decide to sit in? That's your choice. You need to find clarity and purpose in your daily life and be the deliberate creator of your life's journey with, with a solution-based coaching. We have amazing coaches here. We have amazing mentors here who can hold you accountable for your own actions, because the benefits of coaching Honestly, they are so manifold, and it can positively impact an individual's career if they are engaging with their coach. So it also provides employees or mentees or your clients a way to connect and grow within the company and along their own career path. As flight attendants always say that, put on your oxygen mask first before you assist others, because if you don't, you and the other person you're trying to help will possibly go down. So put on that oxygen mask first to yourself first before you go out there and try to save the whole world. Because if you're not going to do that, you will definitely go down if that flight goes down. So invest on yourself today, because the reality is your journey to be a better person, it starts with you. Not your neighbor, not your spouse, not your friend, not your kids. It starts with you. So knowing who you are to your core, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. So don't ever, ever give up on your heart's desires. Just recall this, just in case you can't find your way. You can have the drive within you to become what you really want in life. Can you say this with me, that I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life? You know what? I believe in affirmations. Do you mind like to place your left hand on your chest and raise your right hand and affirm this? Say this as if you have faith in your own powerful voice. And guess what? It will echo throughout the whole universe. Throughout the whole universe. Say, I can have the drive within me to become what I really want in life. I can have the drive. Yes, you can have the drive within you. No one else, just you. It starts with you. It starts from within, and then it overflows to those around you. You can just give yourself a random applause, because yes, you can have the drive within you to get where you want to be in 2023. You can have the drive within you to achieve what you set your mind into in this year. You can have that drive within you. You know, it's so funny how my mom and dad gave me this beautiful, beautiful name, Nompumelelo. I know many, when they try to say my name, they always butcher my name. They always butcher my name. But I really, Nompumelelo in my own language, it means mother of all success. So you can see that I am really, really challenged to chase after success. No matter what comes my way, I'll have to chase after success. So if I may ask you, how many of you have dreams and goals that you want to achieve? Maybe let me say in the next 6 months. I know myself, I am one of those. I want you, as you think about your dreams and goals, to put this down. Rise to greater heights. Rise to greater heights, because you need to be clear about your career goals in order for you to gain guidance on professional development. So as a coach or as a mentor, like many of us here, my goal is so simple. My goal is to study your current situation, identify limiting beliefs and other potential obstacles that you might be facing, and then design a plan of inspired actions to empower you to achieve specific outcomes in your life. I want you, like, like you've had all these amazing nuggets that can help you to invest in mentorship, to invest in coaching. I so wish that you can just tell yourself that, you know what, it's high time I invest in myself first. It's high time the change that I want to see in this world must first begin with this person first. And in order for you to make that difference within yourself, in order for you to make that difference in your community, you've got to be hungry. You've got to be hungry like the hungry lion in the jungle. Really, that hungry lion in the jungle, it doesn't matter what kind of animal comes his way. It doesn't matter if you're that giant elephant or that small squirrel by the jungle. All that hungry lion sees in front of his face is lunch. And it's so funny because even with elephants, when they see a lion, what they do is that they run. It's all about the mindset. Once you believe, you become. They already told themselves that, you know what, I am a lunch to that lion. So each and every time when I see a lion, I'll have to run. I believe that's the lion mindset that we need in order for us to invest on ourselves first, in order for us to invest in coaching, in order for us to invest in mentorship, because the change that we want to see must first begin with us. And I believe that, you know what, we all rise together and we rise to greater heights. We rise by lifting each other up. The way that we're doing today, we're just lifting each other up in order for us to rise to greater heights. So I believe you need to invest in yourself as the year begins. And that's the reason why it's our first podcast on mentorship and coaching in this year. So go out there and reach out to these amazing speakers. You know, it's so funny. When I was in the 8th grade, I was nicknamed Phoenix. I was nicknamed Phoenix after writing a composition using the idiomatic expression that says, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix bird. Meaning that I became successful again. So really, that English teacher, she didn't know that the nickname Phoenix, it resonates with me. And it also aligns with my destiny. And so for those of you who don't know the phoenix bird, the phoenix is a Greek mythological bird believed to rise from its own ashes after being buried like hundreds of years ago. This immortal creature acquires new life by rising from the ashes of its own ancestor, which represents our capacity for vision and success. So I want to encourage you, if you're watching and listening under my voice, that when your world comes crashing down, wear your scars to show how a phoenix feels like to die from inside, and trust in your own capability to rise from your own ashes, since the phoenix has to die first, burn, experience pain before resurrection from its own ashes. Please write this down in conclusion. Resilience to greatness. Resilience to greatness. And I know you've heard this before, that your setback is your setup for your comeback. Your setback is your setup for your comeback. So if I can be honest with you, I don't know what goals you've set for the next 6 months, and I don't know what dreams you have for your own future, but here is one thing I know about you. You are destined for greatness. Inside of you, God has put seeds of excellence. Those seeds are supposed to grow and flourish. But many people have become crippled by their past encounters, and some have stepped over other people to get to the top. But I believe that with God, we're all destined for greatness as long as we follow his strategy. This is when the growth commences, because discovering your gifts and following God's idea, it will make you understand that you have everything around you to reach to your full potential. My everyday inspiration, Mr. Les Brown, he once said, if you had to die today, at this very moment, at this hour, what dreams, what ideas, what visions, what goals, what skills, what talents, and what books will die with you? And the late Dr. Miles Monroe continues saying that the richest place on this planet is the cemetery, because that's where all the goals, all the visions, all the skills, all the talents have been buried. Honestly, I don't know about you, but with me listening to all these amazing messages, it just gave me sleepless nights. And I remember it very well when I started writing my first book, which is Rise to Greater Heights. This book is a comprehensive guide to turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. And I didn't stop there. If you remember it very well, in May 25th, 2020, George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This 46-year-old Black man was arrested and killed after a convenience store employee called 911 on Floyd's suspicion of passing a counterfeit $20 bill. So I believe that we need to stand for a world where no one shall live in fear because of the color of their skin, and where the criminal justice system treats everyone fairly and equally. That's the reason why I decided to share my knowledge on human rights, because you know what? We're born with 30 Universal Declaration of Human Rights that can never ever be taken away from us, because I believe that we are all, not some, but we are all equal in dignity. So you might have to ask yourself, what's really holding you back? What's holding you back from going confident in the direction of your dreams? What's holding you back? Is it fear? Is it procrastination? Is it distraction? Is it mediocrity? What's holding you back? Kings and queens, it's so essential to assess your goals' progress. And you know what? At the end of the day, you'll have to cultivate your mindset for success. Without a mindset for success, you will have this poverty mindset that is always being paralyzed by fear of the unknown. You can't go anywhere. You can't grow outside of your comfort zone. So it's high time you also increase your emotional intelligence. If you aspire to be in any leadership role, you'll have to increase your emotional intelligence. And you know what, good people, I believe that you can always bounce back to life. No matter what situation you're facing, you'll have to bounce back to life because of your resilience to greatness. I believe with all these books, they have the potential to completely revolutionize every aspect of your life and career. And I also have a free transformation guide for you. It's available on my website, www.risetogreaterheights.com. Trust me, with this free transformation guide, you'll be able to explore leadership, empowerment, being purpose-driven, mentorship, coaching, resilience to greatness, emotional intelligence, mental health, and many more topics, including successful parenting as well as spiritual growth. Because growing up, I didn't have much in life because my father decided to have an early departure from this planet Earth. And I thank God that I missed that flight because I'm still here. I'm still sharing my message with the world today because I had everything because of my mama's love. And I love you so much, Mom. So I think whosoever said that the sky is the limit was wrong. From today on, I, Dr. Riel and Kunene, believe that the sky is our point of view. So let's all rise to greater heights. Thank you so much, amazing speakers. So at this moment, please feel free to share with the audience how they can reach out to you. If you have your final thoughts on the subject, mentorship and coaching, please feel free. If you have any upcoming book or any books that you have, please feel free to share with the audience as well as your events. So Verlaine, the stage is yours, Queen.
Well, what a fabulous speech you have given, and the other ladies. It is wonderful to be part of such a great group. And my heart is full. And I appreciate so much what you've done. I know I've only written 4 books. You've been busier than I. And what I'm working on is I am going to update my book, Ending the Battle Within. And it is going to be called The Power of Wholeness. And what I learned many years ago that helped me to heal from being stabbed in the back in a parking garage and my lung collapsing, I went to a course 7 years later, I guess it was, in 1977. And I learned this integration technique that I have advanced and developed. And the integration technique integrates the subpersonalities within us. And the reason that there's a battle within us is because our subpersonalities, I call them the keepers of our beliefs. And they have all these different beliefs. And like you said, that you have to change your mindset in order to have success, that by integrating those personalities. And the way you do that is to understand, first and foremost, that those parts of you that are stopping you think they're helping you always, whether it is your health, your wealth, your love, or your self-expression. They are stopping you from achieving what you think you want to achieve because they think they're helping you. And they always have a great list of reasons. And so you to say, what if you could have all of those ideas that you have about why you're stopping me, to protect me, to keep me safe, to not have problems? If you could have all of that, and you could be successful and well known and do your job that you want to accomplish in this world, would you be willing to change your behavior? And then the integration technique brings them together. And it's so beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm working on updating the book and creating a workshop, a seminar online for people to do it, because I think it's probably the most helpful thing that I have ever learned. And I use it all the time. If I'm upset, okay, what are you doing for me? What's the problem? And by thinking of yourself as different parts, then you have an opportunity to say to your partner, for instance, there's a part of me that's really upset with what you said. So it means that not all of you is upset. It's a part of you. And that part of me needs some help to understand why you treated me that way, or whatever the situation is. So it's fascinating. I love it. And people can get in touch with me. You can write to me at verlainecrawford.com. And my blog, I think you'll find very interesting. It is called Creative Life Adventures. And so I take the information that I've learned in this time and put it in there with stories and experiences. And I just like to say that I just turned 79 years old, and I feel young as spring. And you can feel this way. You can be this way when you fall in love with life. Please take the time. You can fall in love with yourself. And as there was in one very funny movie, an English movie, I think it was called The Gentleman, he looked in the mirror and he said, when you fall in love with yourself, you begin a lifelong a relationship, right? Because you've got a lifelong relationship with you. And so the key is to learn about you. So thank you for having me, and enjoy sharing.
Thank you so much, Verlaine. Like when you say your age, I'm like, you know what? It's high time I stop sharing my age then. How can someone 79 look like this, 16, like 16? I'm like, no, it can't be. Wow. Wow, you're such an inspiration. Thank you so much, Verlaine. I believe that our audience will reach out to you for sure, because they just need this. They need this. And I just also need a copy of one of your books to gain more knowledge, you know. So thank you. You can go ahead, Tiffany.
Okay, thank you again. Yes, happy belated birthday, Miss Verlaine. It's good, actually very good just listening to all of you ladies. You've done a wonderful job today, and I've enjoyed hearing and picking up tips. And so thank you again for even having me here. But as I mentioned before, for anybody that's interested in connecting with me, you can always text the word nonprofit to 228 365-8887. Again, you can text the word nonprofit to 228-365-8887. We have a vault of training videos that you can watch for anybody that's interested in getting started in the nonprofit industry, or maybe you're already in, and again, you just need help moving forward. So we have a variety of different tools and things that you can use and get access to based upon your own schedule. So again, if you're interested in maybe getting access to that vault, or just having a general conversation, just text the word 228. Text the word nonprofit to 228-365-8887. And again, thank you so much for allowing me to connect today.
Oh, wow, thank you so much, Tiffany. So all those amazing nonprofit CEOs, go out there and reach out to Tiffany, because she's a pro in this game. You will never go wrong with her, and she's already offered many videos that you can watch even to get started, or maybe you're already in the industry and you've already registered your nonprofit. You can still gain a lot from her. So go out there, reach out to Tiffany. Thank you so much, Tiffany. You can go ahead, Dr. Qureshi, and share with the audience, please.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. And it was really a great experience listening to all of you. And especially, ma'am, like your books. It was so good. So good to know. Well, I have been working from a technical field till now. I have been a co-author for some nearly 4 to 5 books, but they were all related to all my research work, like Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, and all that. But very soon, I actually am working on a book, and very soon I will be coming up with a book on life skills, which will be consisting of different kind of skills you need for a good life, for a good career, like critical thinking skills and creative thinking, and so many different kind of skills that I will be discussing. So, and there are many more books in the pipeline that will be coming up, but because now I feel I have written a lot on technical side. Now it is trying to be human, write something on humanity and human skills that I will be doing. And of course, because the place where I live, let me tell you, it is a small town, though I'm from an engineering college, but we are getting students from very rural and remote areas, and it was a challenge for us to convert them into interviews. And the basic problem that we have here is they lack communication skills, especially to speak in English. And because they are going to be future engineers, they need to have knowledge about English. And that is what I am going to start again. Like I'm going to start with classes for them, special classes for them to hone their communication skills and give them knowledge about writing research papers, applying for patents. Though they are from we are from engineering colleges, but here in our area, the awareness is so less. And this is what I have started with in 2023. And I hope by God's grace and all your blessings, I'm going to achieve it. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Qureshi. And yeah, I'm looking forward to lay my hands on your first book on life as a whole, because I was going over your bio. I'm like, oh my goodness, the technology here. Oh, it's taking its toll. Really, you've done amazing things in India, in your field. So congratulations to your upcoming book, and thank you for being with us here today at Rise to Greater Heights Network. Thank you so much. Our amazing speakers and our audience, I can see them online. Really, they are still soaking in your knowledge, in your wisdom, in the nuggets that you've shared with them. I believe that our audience have been really inspired by all of your messages. So thank you for just sparing your time to be with us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, because I know we are all busy, but for the fact that you've said yes and you showed up and you shared your knowledge, the world is going to be a better place. So thank you, amazing speakers. And to our audience online, thank you so much for joining us here at Rise to Greater Heights Network, where you can turn your fears into greater success while seizing new opportunities. I hope from all these amazing messages, from all these amazing speakers, you've been inspired, you've been motivated, and you are ready to rise to greater heights. So do join us next week at the same time, same place. Thank you. Merci. Siyabonga.
Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let him laugh, let him weep, let him yell, let him sing. All they wanna say. Let him lay me traps and men to pray to Jehovah, me I pray. Let I be me instead of playing games. For chasing fame, let somebody sweat the lack of flames. No, living my life to the fullest and shout out my halala to the fullest. Let my lungs out. I'm still rising up to greater heights as long as I'm